because you're just starting your ACN career and you don't have a lot of money, and you just made it happen. You found a way to hop on a bus or to pile in a car, or maybe some of you were 8 people deep in a hotel room eating pizza or peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We know what it's like. We hear you. We know what it's like. We know how badly some of you want it, because we were in those seats once ourselves. And we wanted ACN to work so bad we couldn't stand it. And we know what's in your heads and in your hearts, and we know that you want to make a significant difference in your family's lives. So give yourself a round of applause for being here in Cleveland with us. You know, as we continue our 25th anniversary, I want you to know that 25 represents a number of things. There's a legacy there. There's a history there. We've reached a milestone, but also there's a new beginning mindset for ACN. And so I'm going to ask you a series of questions, because I always like to ask questions along the way, because I want to make you think a little bit. I don't want you just to listen to my words, but I want to make you think. I want what I'm about to tell you to be impactful, so that you can go home a lot different than when you came. So the first question I want to ask you is, how many of you feel that there's a good sense or something very special that's going on at ACN? Can you feel that? Where you just feel good about what you've experienced. And I want you to know from me to you that this is as real can be. You can't script what just happened over the last 3 days. And so, the next question I want to ask you is, so how do you take advantage of all that you've seen? How do you go from where you're at today, some of you brand new, you're just as your very first event, I saw thousands of you stand up. How do you go from where you're at today, now in your ACN career, to becoming a senior vice president? How do you go to be one of ACN's success stories? Because I'm here to tell you that ACN is very simple. And it's a very simple concept. And here's the beauty of our system, is that the only way that we win is if you win. The only way that we will grow is if we show you how to grow. The only way that we can make money is if you make money. The only way that we can acquire customers is if we show you how to acquire customers. How many of you like that system? I love that system. So how do you take advantage of that pure system? First of all, it all starts with belief. Now, belief in what? The first thing I want to tell you is that you must develop belief in ACN. Belief that it's a model that works and a model that will work for you. But trusting and believing in ACN should be very easy for you right now. You spent the last 3 days here. You've seen validation all weekend long. We're celebrating our 25th anniversary year. You can't do that and not be doing something that's right. I told you in my opening remarks yesterday that our best days are ahead of us and not behind us. I told you that we're going to be doing more business in the next 3 years than we did in the last 10 years combined. You've seen recognition all weekend long. You've seen promotions going all weekend long. We are currently streamlining the ACN business with the ACN app. How many of you are excited about the app today? And what that's being able to do for your business. I told you about ACN Next Gen. Are you a little bit excited about that, to hear what is about to happen for ACN with ACN Next Gen? Look at what we've become in 26 years, starting from absolutely nothing. And I'm here to tell you, if you don't believe that this is real, after spending the last 3 days with us, I would just encourage you to take your right hand and put it on your left wrist to see if you have a pulse. There's too much stuff going on here. Too many things going on for you not to believe in ACN. But more importantly than belief in ACN, there's a second level of belief that you must possess, and that is belief in yourself. Belief that you have what it takes to succeed and for you to have the qualities to win. See, most of us have never done anything like this before in our lives. We had to grow into this, just like every single one of you are going to grow into your success as well. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and have the personal belief you need to succeed. It doesn't work that way. But developing personal belief is a process, and I thought about two major factors that have helped us to develop personal belief that I think will be helpful to you as well, and here they are. First of all, you must feed your mind the right things to help you to elevate the way that you think. And the second thing that you need to do is you must hang around the right kind of people. Can I talk to you about feeding your mind first? So you must be in a constant state of personal growth and change to transform your mind. And the reason for that is because your current level of thinking got you to where you're at today. And to be totally upfront with you, if everything was working so well in your life, many of you would not be here. And so we need to elevate our thinking. We need to develop a higher level of thinking. Because the bottom line is you don't know what you don't know. We talk about upgrading a lot of things. We upgrade our cars, we upgrade our clothes, we upgrade our accommodations. But very few of us ever take the time to upgrade ourselves. And what you have inside of you eventually will show up. And here's what I also know, that the most successful people that I have the privilege of associating with, they operate out of overflow instead of overwork. And you can't operate out of overflow unless first your mind is full. You got to have something more to give than you require to sustain yourself. And you can't get filled unless you're intentional. And the bottom line of what I'm trying to tell you is this. If you want to be a leader, you got to be a reader. And if you're not a reader, at least listen to something every single day. I listen to something every single day. I read every single day. I take notes every single day. I file something every single day. I try to apply something in my life every single day. You know why? Because I'm nowhere near where I want to be. And here's what I also know, is that the more that I begin to know, the more that I start to realize how much that I don't know. And so there has to be a constant state of growth, folks, in order for you to operate out of overflow instead of overwork. And the second factor to developing belief in yourself is that you need to be very, very selective with who you hang out with. How many of you in this room were in the worship service this morning? I'm telling you, if you missed the worship service at 7 a.m. this morning and you missed the message of Pastor Boyd, it was so powerful in regards to this concept of being careful who you hang out with. I'm going to get a copy of the worship service and I'm going to give it to every Circle of Champions member. So it's all you need to do. As soon as it comes out, all you need to do is ask them for it and they will send you the link. I'm telling you, it's powerful for every single one of you to listen to. Because you must be very selective with who you hang out with. And if you're not intentional with your selection, here's the reality of what's going to happen. When you get outside this environment, you're naturally going to hang out with people that you're comfortable with instead of the people that will stretch you. And some of these people that you're comfortable with are the doubters in your life, the dream stealers in your life. How do you recognize these people? They're totally non-supportive. They question why you're spending any of your time doing this. They plant seeds of doubt. They try to fill your head with their limiting beliefs. They try to pull you back into their box of mediocrity. The only vision that they have in their life is a television. You need to find a way to separate yourselves from these types of people. They tell you stuff like, who do you think you are? What makes you think you can do something like this? You've never done anything like this before. Nobody ever makes it in those types of companies. And you know what? They're right if you think they're right. You're right if you buy into their belief system. And I want you to remember one thing, and I tell everybody this at every event. I want you to remember that God gave each of you a purpose long before somebody had a negative opinion about what you were doing with your life. We need to elevate. We need to move forward. And that's why you can't hang around those types of people. I heard another valuable lesson is that not everyone can go where God is taking you right now in this season. And when things aren't adding up in your life, sometimes you got to start subtracting. The wrong people will always have you miss your season. So don't let anyone take away what these last 3 days has done for you. It's time to stand up tall. You are special. You're unique. You don't need to bow down to anyone. You are here for a reason. You were meant to be and do something special with your lives. There's a calling on your life. A great, big, God-sized calling that you need to start stepping up to. Listen, folks. My heart is racing right now just thinking about what's about to happen for you. And I'm here to tell you, you got to start carrying around an extra pair of sunglasses because you're not going to dim your light for anybody from this day forward. You might as well just give it to them right now. And your light's going to shine. So now you've got your beliefs right. Your belief in ACN, and you know what steps to take now to gain personal belief in yourself. But what's the next step? Here's the next step. It's 100% commitment to what you set out to do at ACN. 100% commitment is critical. And I'm here to tell you it's the most difficult thing to maintain as well. There's a reason why most people don't make it in any business. It's because they quit right before they win. They let life get in the way. At the first sign of adversity, they say, this can't be for me. Otherwise, it would be easier. Here's another lesson that I've learned. Most times what you're going through is not to destroy you, it's to develop you. You have to learn some things. You're going to face challenges. There are going to be disappointments. This is not going to be easy, but anything of great value doesn't come easy. I promise you there's going to be days where you may get to the point and even question yourself of whether or not you have what it takes to win. And I'm here to tell you, if you're not 100% committed, and you got to make that decision up front, if you're not 100% committed, you will always take the path of least resistance, and you'll quit just like most people quit. And commitment doesn't show up when things are going good. Hardships reveal how committed you really are. My wife Sherry and I, we've been married for 37 years now. And yes, and listen, we love each other more today than we ever have. We have 3 beautiful kids, and now we have 1 beautiful granddaughter, and I know many, many more to come. But every day wasn't a good day. How many of you are married? Is every day a good day? Is every month a good month? Some of you are nudging your spouse right now. Every season's not a good season. But you don't quit on someone that you're committed to. See, in relationships, you got to make your commitment stronger than your circumstance. In business, you got to make your purpose stronger than your pain. And you got to make a decision right here, right now regarding ACN. This is the only thing that's going to separate you from winning and losing, I'm telling you. You got to make a decision right now in advance of all this stuff that's happening, that you're going to stay the course, that you'll keep on keeping on no matter what, that you're going to draw the line and you're going to tell yourself, I'm never going to go back. I'm never going to go back. I'm moving forward. This time I'm breaking out. See, this whole commitment thing is huge. And without it, I promise you, you'll never make it. But I'm also here to tell you that belief and commitment are very essential, but you can't just have belief and commitment and expect to win. See, you can believe all you want. You can read all the positive affirmations you want. You can keep repeating to yourself that you're going to do this, that you're going to be positive, you're going to be excited, that you're going to go out and talk to people. But I'm telling you, most people never get around to doing what those affirmations say. They're absolutely meaningless because they don't adopt this third and final truth, and here it is that you got to go to work. See, folks, this isn't gonna come free. There's gonna be sacrifice that you're gonna have to make. There are 7 days in a week, and some day is not one of those days.
Yeah.
You gotta start now, because the dream is free, the journey is not. Everybody wants to be a senior vice president. In fact, if I ask that question, in fact I will, how many of you want to become a senior vice president at ACN?
Yeah!
Everybody wants to be a senior vice president. But I'm telling you, some people aren't willing to pay the price to become a senior vice president. So I'm here to also tell you that you should never wish for something that you're not willing to work for. We all want to be successful. We can give you everything that it takes. We can give you a compensation plan that's awesome, and we have. We can give you services that are incredibly competitive to give to the consumer, and we have. We can give you bonuses to get people off to a fast start, and we have. We can provide a culture and an environment for you to win, and we have. The only thing that we can't do for you is do it for you. You have got to get up and get after it. You got to be willing to pay the necessary price and go to work. And the only definite work that I know at ACN is you have to talk to people. Is that any revelation to any of you? And the more people you talk to, the more that you will increase your odds to find people that are just like all of us. People that are hungry. People that are willing to sacrifice. People that want more out of life. People that want to make their mark in society. People that want to have their kids live a better life than you're living. Aren't you those type of people? We have to go through a lot of other people to find people that are just like us. And the only way to find them is you got to be a professional sorter of people. And so I'm here to tell you how to get started on that process, just to make sure that you know exactly what you need to do when you leave here today. And here we go. First of all, I would encourage you all, if you haven't already done so, to immediately download and log into the ACN Compass app. I trust that you've already done that, so let's put that aside. But you must do something within the next 72 hours, because here's what we found over the last 26 years. That if you don't do anything within the next 72-hour window, you will always go back to the same old habits you had before you came, and nothing significant will happen for you. So what should you do in the next 72 hours? First of all, you should make your contact list or refresh your contact list if you've been in ACN a while. The second thing is schedule your very first PBR or your next PBR and start inviting people to those PBRs. That needs to get done within the first 72 hours. If you don't do that, you're not going to get a good jump start on your business, and all this is going to be is just a fun weekend that you had with some good people. The second thing that I want to tell you is that we have 14 days left in September. That's it. So I would encourage you all over the next 14 days, or halfway through the month, either to qualify for the very first time if you're brand new, or re-qualify as an executive team trainer with become an ETT with 777. How many of you can get that done in the next 2 weeks? Let me see a show of hands. Jumpstart your business. Recruit a couple people, get them qualified, get your 7 customers, qualify as an ETT, get out of the gate strong, take advantage of the bonus if you're within your first 30 days, finish September strong, and get in a position to take advantage of the fourth quarter in a big way. The last window of time I want to tell you is 74 days. And I'm not going to hound on this because all of you know the importance of it already, but we're all going to be in Long Beach, California 74 days from now. How many of you are going to be there? Let me see a show of hands. Now here's what I just want to pause for a minute, because this is, especially for the brand new people, it's so important, folks. Remember what I said, that we have a pure system? The only way that we win is if you win. The only way we make money is if you make money. The only way that we grow is if we show you how to grow. If that's the case, and it is, why would we ever tell you to do something that's not in your best interest? See, some of you that don't know us, you may think we got James Adlam up here talking about, going to Long Beach and trying to get you guys to think a little bit bigger and to think that you really can accomplish something. But listen, you can't bypass the success system that we put in place for the last 26 years. All of the big winners at ACN, all that they've done, listen, they plugged into our system and they brought more people to the next international event than they had at the previous event. Because in their mind, which is accurate, here's what they said. Man, I can employ all the co-founders to help me to build my business. That's really what you're doing. I can employ the co-founders, I can employ all the senior vice presidents, I can employ all their top regional vice presidents, platinum RVPs, to paint a picture for me and my people so that I can build my company within a company. Isn't that a great system? So we don't do what we just did to coerce you to do something that's not in your best interest. Can I be real up front with you?
Yes.
I don't care if you don't show up to Long Beach. We're gonna have people in Long Beach that want to be in Long Beach, that want to build a business, that want to do something great. Now look, I love you and I want you to be in Long Beach, but if you decide not to be there, don't tell me that ACN's not going to work. We have a support system in place, folks, that's been proven. Why would we tell you something that's not going to work? So you must be there. No matter what you have to do, I would encourage you to do whatever you need to do to be in Long Beach, California with us 74 days from now. And the last thing that I would encourage you to do is to set a goal to earn the next position in the compensation plan and to acquire customers totaling 60 services so you can take advantage of the full residual compensation plan that we have to offer. Is that a deal? Is that too much to ask? Can we get that done? So look, folks, there you have it. I hope that you really focus now as you leave this arena, as you leave Cleveland. And I'm telling you, the hardest part has all been done. And that's been over the last 26 years. The track's been laid, and we're positioned for a specific purpose. And this is a time for open doors at ACN. The foundation is already in place, and now it's up to you. And now you just need to ask yourself this question. Will you build your house on the foundation that has been laid for ACN? Yes or no? And I'm telling you, you are one decision away from positioning yourself ahead of the greatest growth that ACN will ever have. ACN Next Gen is coming. It's coming fast and furious. And we have taken one thing away from you by spending the weekend with us here in Cleveland. Here it is. Never again can you honestly tell someone that you never had a chance. This is your chance. This is your chance to do something special. It's time to start working towards your best life ever. Thanks for spending the weekend with us, everyone. God bless you. We look forward to